Good evening. Welcome to Lanterns of London, episode 6. We have left off with our heroes pursuing the Pied Piper of Hamelin after he has kidnapped the children of London. Specifically, we left off with Edmund sprinting out of the shop, Sarto's apothecary. So you've sprinted over to the front door, Edmund, you've unbolted it, and you've sprinted out into the waning afternoon.
Yeah, if anyone is chasing after me, then do you want me to just describe what I'm doing?
Please, go ahead.
Yeah. So I race out of the property and I race to the Cooper's Butchers. Skip is with me as well. I burst into the property and Mr. Cooper, Mr. Thomas Cooper.
You hear him hot-footing it down the stairs. What's Edmund? What is it?
I need. This is going to sound very strange, sir, but your dear children, what are missing right now? I need a few of their items of clothing, please.
What?
Just please trust me.
Mary, bring some of Tommy's clothes down here. Has anyone followed?
Tristan followed.
Alice too.
I have not yet.
I think Nathaniel would follow, but pause at the door and kind of make eye contact with Catherine, I'm sorry. Just sorry, and then actually leave.
That's so sheepish. Sorry.
I mean, he's a lamb. So.
In fact,
Yeah.
one thing then.
Nathaniel might disagree, but he doesn't disagree with what she wants to do.
Oof.
As you're about to turn and sprint out, she reaches out and grasps onto your forearm. Cold iron. For the Fae, cold iron.
Okay. Running away.
Do I pick up on this? Do I?
Yep, you're in the room, so you can hear
Get
that.
it? Do I know what it means? Do I?
You can make me a intelligence occultism roll.
Intelligence occultism. Boom. That is one level of success with the 10.
I would say, having been in England for any long time, you will probably have a reasonable expectation of being able to know this. Cold iron's literally just it's unworked iron, or iron that hasn't been heated past a particular temperature when it's been worked. It's supposedly particularly damaging to the good folk.
Okie dokie. Before I leave, I would like to best to phrase this. I want to lean in towards her quite confidentially and ask her, what is that you keep in your pocket? And follow it up with, you can trust me.
She reaches into the pocket of her apron and pulls out her hand and opens her palm to reveal what looks like ground pepper. Had he been a problem, he'd have been having a bad time. And just slips it back into her pocket.
Mm-hmm. Do I gather exactly what it is, or?
It's literally ground pepper.
Ground pepper.
In the same way that she appears to infuse medicines to be able, she appears to have infused an irritant similarly.
Got it. I kind of nod and I think Oliviera respects this. It's kind of just there like, fair enough. I think I should probably, and then just kind of cool, and then goes. Kind of that nod that people give when they're like, right, I'm leaving now, and then just
slapping
bolts.
her thighs and then bolting out
The
door.
equivalent, the equivalent of right. Out the door.
At the Coopers, Mary comes down the stairs and she appears to be holding what looks like a Sunday shirt. It's very small. This is the only thing I can think of that Tommy's. The laundry's just been done, so just she sort of proffers it, and Thomas will pass it to you.
That's perfect. Thank you so much. Right, Skip, come on. And he's basically gonna like get Skip to have a good old sniff of that.
Okay. Skip will sniff it.
Yep.
And then
I'm gonna turn to Tommy Mary. I'm gonna hold on to this just so I can keep the smell familiar, but I will bring it back. I do promise.
if you bring him back, you don't need to worry about the shirt.
See what we can do. Playing a bit of artistic license.
Mm-hmm.
We're in the shop.
Mm-hmm.
The door is closed. Skip is kind of like doing the whole like one pot up, pointing, ready to go kind of thing. We are all in the shop, ready to go. Waiting on Oliviera.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as I see Oliviera coming towards us, I'm going to open the door, and I'm guessing like we're all going to bolt off to chase after wherever Skip is going, assuming that is what is going to happen. That's kind of how this is framed in my mind.
Yeah.
Oliviera. Yep, Anisha.
Can I quickly check something? Going back a second, would I have noticed anything with my sight around the bells and the whole setup that Katrin had to defend against intruders? And is my sight still functioning at this point? Sorry.
I think we'd have gone out of the scene that you used to sin by quite a wide margin by now.
Cool. Okay. Fair enough.
You certainly don't remember specifically noticing it last time, but then you weren't looking for it. So we're going to start with Edmund. You have shown the clothing of Tommy the shirt to Skip, and Skip is waiting for the door to be opened.
Yes. So at this point, we're all inside. I'm going to do a bit of artistic license. We're all inside apart from Anusha, who is headed our way. Mm-hmm. Skip has been given the shirt to have a good whiff of. He's kind of doing the whole one part, pointed, ready to take off as soon as that door opens. As soon as Edmund can see Anusha in his field of view, he's going to open the door, having primed everybody and kind of gone, right, we all ready? And then, like, open the door and basically bolt after this tiny dog who's going to scream off.
So Oliviera is greeted by a dog racing towards her, probably swerving past her. She's like, oh, hello, little one. And then
you look up and just see all four of your companions sprinting past you.
Running at me. Yeah. It's like, oh, okay, guess we're going this way. Follow.
As you sprint after Skip, he is heading towards the river.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And you see various people. One person almost trips over him as he's just bounding down the road towards the river. But then you see he skids almost round a corner and keeps going. I'm going to need, I'm going to say constitution rolls from everyone.
To keep up with the small dog?
To keep up with the small dog.
I love it. I love it so much.
13 for 3 success levels for Tristan.
9 for a single success level.
14 for 3 success levels.
7 for 0 success levels.
13 for 3 success levels.
All of you are making fairly good progress, aside from Nathaniel, who's getting a stitch in his side and slowing as you approach the river. Nathaniel, you've been up for longer than you would usually have been up for. and the exhaustion is starting to set in. And as you all see Skip approach the water, he breaks and skitters across a bridge towards the other side, heading south.
Thought you were going to say that the dog just walked on water.
He's going at a good speed. He's not that big, but that would be impressive.
Like skipping a stone.
Yeah.
It's like...
He really is the best boy.
He's such a good boy.
But as you're following him, it's going to take you a while to realise, and it takes Skip a while to realise, as he stops and sniffs at the ground and keeps going. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Oh, have they been guided south of the river?
He crosses the bridge to the other side and further south, heading through districts.
Have they been... I don't know if Oliviera would voice this, but she's starting to wonder if they've been led towards where Tristan has come from. Out into the countryside, out of London. I don't know if she'd voice it at this point. I don't know how fast we're running, but...
At this point, it's not running because Skip is a small dog. He's able to go fast for a short period of time. He has that energy has now left him, and he's just padding along, sniffing at the ground periodically.
Okay.
Every so often, as he's doing that, I'm going to be topping up and refreshing the scent that he's going for to make sure he doesn't get confused or lost.
Yeah.
I think in that case, Oliviera would say something along the lines of, Tristan, is this the direction you came from?
Is this the direction I came from?
Pretty much.
The route you took?
I've got a question that Tristan wouldn't know to ask, so I'm going to keep it to myself.
Okay.
Painful.
You keep heading through the city. It gets to 5 p.m, 5:30. And the sun begins to dip low on the horizon.
Could have really done with that horse right about now.
And as it dips down, below the horizon, staining the sky colours of red and gold, a thick mist begins to pool at your ankles.
Dear.
As the city begins to thin around you, it's the countryside south of the city. The fog pools and rises until, as you begin to approach the area that Tristan fled from early that morning to come to the city, you can all barely see farther than a few feet around you. It becomes easier and easier to lose Skip in the fog. Yes, Anisha?
Would perhaps an electrical lantern help in this situation?
It would certainly help others find you.
Cool. I take it out and light it.
A bloody red light emerges from Oliviera's lantern.
Hold it up.
So
High as I
now,
can.
at very least, you have a point to refer back to.
Cool.
With this fog that's rising up, how is Skip behaving in this fog? Is he okay?
He's shivering again, but as you keep offering this scent to him, he keeps following it.
Okay, I'm going to take my scarf and I'm going to create kind of a head wrap of some kind. No, I'm not. I'm going to start to do it, and then Edmund's going to stop himself from doing that and go, no, because then he won't hear me at all if I say something to him. I don't want him running off. So he's not going to do that at all.
He'll be all right, I'm sure.
We can
May
only
I?
hope. Of course.
If you'll hold him for just a second, I've no idea if this would actually work, but Tristan takes off the little satchel from around his neck and ties it instead around Skip's neck.
Skip, stop shaking as much in your arms. Edmund.
Oh, that's curious. It's definitely making a difference. Thank
There's
you.
that then. Absolutely.
Thank you so much. And he's going to pop him back down on the ground.
What was it specifically you did?
For another time.
There's children to save.
You pass so near the estate that you came from, Elliot. He's past the small parish church. It's not far on foot till you find yourselves outside of the small village of Chislehurst. Anyone would like to make me a intelligence knowledge roll?
Apologies, GM. I'm currently trying to message you, which is why I legitimately did not hear what Elliot was doing. My computer was freezing. So
I
do that
levels
quickly.
for Tristan.
I rolled a 4, which I think is the lowest I've rolled so far, and got no success levels. I am not a clue.
You get
What
a
are we
13.
rolling? Sorry.
Intelligence knowledge.
I rolled a 7, which means I also have 0 levels of success.
I rolled an 8, also 0 levels of success. I did not make a smart man.
You made an observant one.
Yeah.
That's knowledge.
He's
So many
all
hymns.
seeing, he's not all knowing.
No.
That's 14 3 levels of success.
Excellent. So, between Tristan and Oliviera, both of you have the knowledge that Chislehurst are a series of mines used to quarry chalk and lime, the only caverns found in the area of Greater London, because it, of course, is a floodplain. There are no natural caverns near London, but there are this vast network of caves that have been used as a mining site for as long as 7,000 years.
It's a bit
hot
like
damn.
Hellfire Caves kind of deal. Like you have Country House and then you have caverns.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oliviera was the one who heard the detail from Katrin about cold iron, right?
And
It was
Nathaniel.
Nathaniel
Nathaniel.
and myself. It was to Nathaniel though, so you'd have been perhaps paying slightly more attention. I was listening in. Excuse me.
Has that been shared with any of the rest of us?
Not yet.
I've not shared it.
Cool.
No.
Cool. Well, I do believe we found our caves.
Yeah, I'm not so sure I'm terribly comfortable with Skip gallivanting off on his own at this point. I think he's done very well, but I think I want to keep him much closer now.
Would
Understandable.
agree.
He can still help though. Skip-a-dip, point.
Paul goes up and he leans forward, indicating a direction just off, not far from yourselves.
Edmund, your dog is more intelligent than some people I have met. Very impressive.
Oh, he's far brighter than me, Miss Alice. He's far brighter than me.
Don't think that's what she meant, Edmund.
Okay. Is the how is the fog behaving in relation to the caves? Is it stopping at the cave entrance, or?
As you look and you approach the cave entrance, the fog is pouring out of it.
Okay.
These are mines, right?
Yes, though they have been there for such a long time, some of them are more like natural caverns now.
So, is there still mining equipment around, or have they been abandoned?
They have been abandoned. You know that, they are used as a tourist attraction. Though, looking at the small sort of office building that looks to be nearby, it sits empty. Yes, Anisha?
A couple of questions, if that's all right.
Sure.
First of all, the thing that I manufactured in my first downtime, has that been either delivered, or do you reckon I'd have it on me now?
I'd say you'd have it on you now. I don't believe anyone's currently using it.
Cool. Second question, is there anything I can tell about this fog? The quality of it, smell of it, anything in particular that is strange?
You can make me a perception notice roll.
I would love to, thank you. Doop-a-doo. Perception. Oh my goodness. Apologies. Perception notice. Nothing. It's an 8, so no levels of success.
Just to check something. Sean, are you with us? You were just very still. Yeah, unfortunately, you do not notice anything in particular about this fog.
Sure. All emanating from here. She's just kind of muttering to herself.
I would say that if there was a red flag, or in this case a pale, foggy one, this would be it.
Okay.
Well, where are you? What now?
Well, what else can we do but go in?
Maybe we should...
Sorry, go ahead.
Maybe we should look for... What was it that Catherine said? Cold iron for fairies?
Cold iron?
Apparently
She did say that, yeah.
What? Sorry, what's cold iron?
It's undeveloped. Unheated.
All right. Okay.
Not manufactured into anything in particular.
Okay.
I
Cool.
mean, we're in a mine, so no better place, potentially.
Yeah,
This isn't an iron mine, though.
Chalk, I think.
They need to manufacture tools. It'd have to be a blacksmith's or something, maybe. Not too far.
To be clear, just in case I haven't been, cold iron is iron that isn't not manufactured. It's iron that isn't heated to the point where it starts to take on some of the qualities of steel.
Okay.
So it's not something you can find very easily anymore. it is something that certain tools are still would still have been worked out of.
That was what
Cool.
I was gonna
I
ask.
thought it was basically like the next step up from ore, like raw iron, basically.
No, raw iron would still qualify, but it's not. It's when you heat iron past a certain point, it starts to take on some of the qualities of steel. Whereas
science.
just because of
So would pickaxes qualify? There's certain to be plenty of those around.
I'd have thought
depends on when they were
so.
manufactured.
And under what circumstance?
Oofed.
Yeah, I'm going to put out there that this is not an area that Edmund would have any knowledge of at all. So he's going to be at a bit of a loss here. This is where, unfortunately, his lack of education is going to let him down. He just doesn't know enough to be able to contribute.
I don't think Oliviera would either, would she? Or would she? In regard to medical tools, but
I would say general knowledge could come in here. So I would say intelligence knowledge could be relevant, but if you feel your character just wouldn't have been exposed to stuff like that, that's fine.
I feel like Tristan would, just because
she,
metallurgy.
yeah, she might have in terms of the engineering side of things.
I'd say like an intelligence science role for Oliviera, maybe an intelligence knowledge role for Tristan.
Intelligence science.
Ooh, 4 levels of success for Tristan.
Ironwork fences.
Same for me.
Ironwork fences, fireplace pokers, cast iron skillets. Those kinds of things might be close to what you're looking for. Anything that's tool grade in the modern day would be more likely made of steel.
Yeah.
Not everything necessarily, but more likely.
Be on the lookout for fireplace pokers or skillets, things of that nature. Stuff that would have been more wrought than.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
There's some houses nearby here, right? Before you get to the mine?
Yeah, there's some houses you pass the village church, not far away.
Might be
Are
worth
they-
asking around.
Are they inhabited? Like, did we see lights on in them, or?
You did see lights back at the one of the houses you passed, certainly.
Tristan goes back and knocks at the lit house.
You knock at the lit house. Would you please make me an intelligence notice roll?
Stop making me roll notice.
No, a perception notice roll. Sorry, perception notice.
That's worse. Why do you hate me?
I don't, but the dice evidently do on a 1 and therefore on 3 and therefore 0 successes.
Brutal.
Someone does come to the door. The door opens and there's a elderly man stood there, slightly stooped forward. Yes. Is there something I can do for you?
I'm terribly sorry, and I know this is going to sound like one of the most deranged requests that you could possibly get at this time of night. Do you have a fireplace poker?
I do. Why do you ask?
Can I buy it from you?
Please make me a willpower influence roll.
Do I get a bonus if I've already pulled out, like...
If you pull out, like, a banking note that has, like, a significant amount... you know what? If you're pulling out that amount of money, he's going, yes, you may. Stay over a moment. He comes back with an actual stand and just, like, places it on the doorstep, takes the knife and pleasure doing business with you and just closes the door.
Well, like a full stand of them, or like is there just one?
There's a poker. There's a small sort of like coal shovel.
Okay.
That's like a very long sort of shovel, which is designed to like clear ashes out of the grate. There's what looks like effectively a brush, and again this is like a forked, pronged sort of fireplace poker as well. So you've got 3 lengthy iron pokers.
The stand itself is that one of the ones that is a long piece that is screwed into a flat base?
Correct.
So you could, in theory, unscrew that as well.
You could, in theory, unscrew that as well.
Okay, interesting.
Well, Tristan gives some experimental swooshes to each of them in turn, trying to figure out which one best suits him.
You are going to get the sense that these are not the most, they're not as weirdly as well balanced as anything you're used to, but certainly it's the equivalent of a small club, effectively.
Nice.
The church that we passed, did that have a small kind of garden or graveyard or something around it?
Yeah.
Was there an iron fence around that?
There was.
Excellent. Given that it's out in the countryside and so, I'm going to guess it's not, or it's given it's not in a main part of the city, I'm going to guess that it's some part of it is rickety, and I would be able to work out an iron pole from the fence.
You're able to draw an iron spike out of the fence, and again, similarly, it would be in fact, that would probably be equivalent of the quarterstaff. Actually, I'd say.
I will absolutely take that. I'm actually going to work two of them out of the fence.
Mm-hmm.
And without even thinking about it, I'm going to throw one of them to, as I say it, "Oh, Miss Alice, I think this will work much better than your umbrella."
And you're just gonna throw it to her?
Yep.
She's going to,
Unthinkingly.
yeah. She is going to just on instinct turn and catch it. Just be like, oh heavens, I don't know. Thank you, Edmund. I don't know if I'll use it. This is what I'm most comfortable with.
He was
But thank
in
you
the
for the
process
thought.
of working the second one out of the wall and didn't even look around, so didn't catch any of that. He's completely ignorant to this.
Based on that, did we all see that, other than Tristan?
I mean, I'm assuming I'm back
Other-
with y'all.
I'd
Edmund.
say, yeah, everyone other than Edmund saw it, certainly.
Okay. Based on that, and based on the fact everyone has weapons, right?
Tristan is at this point offering you or the deacon your choice between the heft of the base or the shovel.
Okay. And everyone has some form of protective. Everyone feels secure. This is an out of game question. Apologies.
It's just in his
I
clothes.
would rather those discussions happen in character.
Oh no, that's fine.
That's
That's also fine. Everyone was just looking confused, so I was worried that people didn't want to do it in character. Apologies. So everyone feel prepared for whatever we're about to face? Anyone
Good
feeling
heavens, absolutely not.
Given we don't know what we're going
vulnerable
into, I mean, best as we can do.
Nathaniel, by the way, is going to look at the two pieces of hardware you offered and then just avert his gaze away and look at the brush that you probably dropped the moment you received this item and pick that up instead. Just, it's less lethal.
Deacon, I know that your hair is fabulous, but surely this is not the time.
the deacon with the good hair.
Oh, that's bloody brilliant. That's bloody brilliant. That is smashing. That's a good one. Oh, dear me. Well done, Tristan.
Okay. Is it reasonable to assume, GM, that from this, Oliviera would think, the deacon is going to be at the back, defensive, being a bit squishy?
You have been in combat with these people before. I will allow you to make your judgments from that.
Okay. I'm going to carry forward previous judgments into this scenario, and I am going to offer the deacon something I've been working on in my downtime. which is a reinforced leather vest as protection.
Okay.
So if you wish to change into that at any point to add a little more
It is a
protection, you
studded leather.
may. Yeah.
And
So it's
Aviera
small.
offers.
Yeah. Sorry. Do you want to? Shall I?
No, you go. You go. You go.
Sorry. Took a while to rotate the thing and find the thing. Small concealable panels of studded leather in a vest that can be worn under ordinary clothing grants 4 armor.
As you hand it to him, Nathaniel's gonna look between the vest, you, and then his vestments. Be like, I do
There's
very
a
much.
church there if you want to.
Oh no, that's fine. It's just I don't think I can.
I have a gun. I'm fine.
Sure, and
If you wish to offer it to anyone else in the group, be my guest.
no, it's. I shouldn't be making a big deal out of this. And he's gonna put it on underneath his vestments. He's making a point out of everything off, vest on, everything else back on top.
Yeah.
And then he's gonna throw away the brush and take the shovel.
Good
Could
man.
have the brush and the shovel. You know.
Dual wield.
Dual wheel.
I guess I take a poker if there's a poker. Something similar. Anything that's left.
I think there's the stand, there's the prong. I'm assuming the poker is currently being wielded by Tristan.
Oh, yes.
I'll take
So
a
there's
prong.
like a pronged one. Yeah, the pronged
I'll take
one.
a pronged one.
The fireplace fork.
I'll take the fork.
It's almost like it's like a small raked sort of shovel. It's designed to sort of claw all the ashes out of a grate.
Nice. Fire fork.
All of those are the equivalent of small clubs. Apart from the fence posts, which are the equivalent of quarter staves. Quarter staves. You stand at the entrance to the caves. The fog blowing out and billowing around you. The 5 of you, 6 with Skip, looking into the darkness, the red light of the lantern held high. What would you like to do?
Well, it ain't getting any earlier.
Away we go.
Who is heading in first? Because I will give them the lantern.
I feel like probably Tristan is point man, just by default, unless otherwise specified.
Yeah.
I give it to Tristan then.
Poker in one hand, lantern in the other.
Take good care of it.
Of course,
Took a while.
I can imagine. It's quite a piece.
Thank you. Sorry.
Go on.
I was going to say I'd like to be the last person to go in
That's absolutely fine.
because I'd like to use the sight.
He's
And I'd
knocked
like to be
off
as
3 hit
subtle
points.
as possible about it. Cool.
So I guess Alice will be just in front of her, fourth in the lineup, I suppose.
As you use the sight, immediately the mist around you takes on a pearlescent quality. Glowing and shimmering ever so slightly, threaded through with colours of green and lilac. And it vibrates, moving in tune to a sound, to a song you cannot hear.
It's conducting it. It's okay. Okay. Can I hear the sound at this point?
No.
But I can see the
You
vibrations.
can see the vibrations.
Okay. How close am I to Alice at this
So
point,
you're
do
a
you
few
reckon?
feet behind her. Only a few feet behind her. You're all sort of walking in.
I'd like to whisper to Alice that I think that
Doing character.
Okay. I think I need you to pass this on. I think the fog is conducting something. It feels strange. It feels like it's vibrating. Do you feel that?
Do I?
No.
No, I don't
It
feel
just
anything like
feels
that.
odd to me.
All right. When you say conducting, you don't mean like an orchestra?
No, not like an orchestra, just something is moving through it.
Well, if it is magical, I suppose it could be the magic.
Can you pass it on to
Certainly.
someone else?
Certainly.
Pass it forward. Thank you.
And I'm just going to catch up to the rest and relay what she has told me.
Okay, I'm just looking around trying to pick up on anything I can from the vantage point I have at the back of the group.
As you are stepping into the cave, the fog thins quickly until eventually it dissipates entirely, revealing a dark tunnel disappearing beyond the reach of the lantern. There are carvings in the walls in places, some of them ancient. As you step further in, you come to a heavy wooden door, stood open, the entrance seemingly to the mines. Those of you who know about it know that the Chislehurst caverns crisscross endlessly in the dark. Vast labyrinth. As you step through this portal, the lantern's light picks out small forms stood perhaps 30 feet in front of you. As you step forward, you see 2 children, then 4, then 6, stood facing the walls of the cavern. Noses almost pressed to the rock. 8, 10, 12, all the way along the passage in front of you. All still in their night clothes.
Can I just clarify?
Mm-hmm.
So we're looking down a passageway in a cavern and facing out towards the wall in pairs, back to back almost, all the way as far as we can see. Right, cool, that's fine. The mental imagery wasn't quite there for me. Thank you. Understood.
Some are so small, surprised they can stand at all. Some are simply kneeling, where their young legs are too delicate to carry them. All of them stood in stillness and silence. Liviera, you can see vibrating and shifting around their heads that same green and lilac, almost circling each of them.
As soon as Tristan sees this, he is going to try and press forward, and he is looking desperately around the children trying to find Cecily.
Could you please make a perception notice roll?
I'm going to drama point this. So that's 5 levels of success.
Cecily's quite a willowy and tall girl. You spot her as you stride down passage after passage. The same as the others. The tresses of her chestnut hair pouring down her back, still in her nightclothes, her nose almost pressed to the stone.
Cecily. Cecily. He tries shaking her very gently.
No response.
He straightens back up and continues walking down the hallway. And despite being in the lead, people could probably tell that there's a change in his posture, like they've seen before.
Is anyone else searching for anyone in particular? Can I get a perception notice roll from Alice regardless, please?
While Alice does that, I'm going to posit, obviously GM discretion, that with it being still like fresh in his nose, Skip is still going to be attuned to young Cooper.
Understood.
So I rolled a 7 with no levels of success, but I have a feeling this is important, so I'm going to do a post-roll drama point to get it up to a 12, which I believe would be 1 or 2 levels of success.
I believe that would be 2 levels of success.
Okay.
2 levels of success. You recognise Erin, one of the girls from the room next to your own. She's younger than some of the girls, only about 8. Facing the wall, black hair curling past her ears onto her shoulders, wearing that same nightgown all of the girls wear.
As Alice notices her, she's going to kind of stop for a second and just... And even though she's pretty sure Erin can't hear her, she's just going to put a hand on her shoulder and be like, "It'll be all right, Dan." And then she's going to keep going.
Yes, Alicia?
How big is the space we are in?
It's about a 6-7 feet wide tunnel, about 8 feet tall.
Okay. That's a bit close. Okay. Right, so people have gone off to different areas, right?
No, I assume.
Or are we all in the same?
I assume you're all in the same party going
Okay.
through the space.
Mm-hmm.
I think we need something to disturb this thing, the frequencies of it, something to disrupt this effect. I think we need another noise, a distraction, something big, but that isn't going to cause structural damage and that isn't going to injure anybody.
Or we need to find and stop whatever's making the noise.
Or we need to find, some kind of generator, whatever it is, the source of this.
Nathaniel's
So,
going to
Let's
give
try that
us-
first. Maybe.
Sure.
Sorry, Nathaniel was going to...
He's going to walk up to one of the children and gently cover their ears and see if that does anything.
You come up to the girl that Alice has just interacted with. Place your hand over her ears. Doesn't seem to rouse her. Could you make me a perception notice roll, please?
Of course. While I'm doing that, if covering the ears doesn't work immediately, maybe also a silent prayer to Saint Nicholas of Myra specifically.
Could you specify who that saint is and who is the saint of?
Patron saint of children. He's the patron saint of my hometown as well.
Noted.
Neat.
Perception notice. Ah, yes. 5 levels of success.
Mutter this prayer, and I'm going to want a willpower roll from you as well.
Willpower. Did I get any bonuses from that? No, I didn't. No.
You do get bonuses from faith. I believe it's a +3.
And that would have been 13.
Which would have been 3 levels of success, I believe. As you mutter this prayer, the girl stirs under your hands. Her eyes blink. As she turns around, the cuff of your jacket catches the neck of her garment. You can see underneath her bare shoulder and the top of her back, and the long red welts along it, indicative of beatings with a cane. Huey?
When she turns, does my cover of her ears also go as well? Probably, yeah.
Yeah. Lady Alice?
Oh, Erin, dear. How did you do that?
Just prayer.
Erin, it's all right, dear. Everything's going to be okay.
What's that sound? Where are we?
It's a very long story. It's quite a boring one. You won't want to hear it.
What's this? Is this young girl's name? Erin, sorry. Okay. At this point, Edmund comes forward and goes, "Erin, is that your name? Erin? I've got a very, very special job for you, Erin. Are you up for it?"
And she just instinctively looks towards Alice.
It's all right, dear. You can trust him.
And he ducks down, so he's kind of at eye level with her and goes, "Have you ever seen a dancing dog?"
I don't think so.
If you did see one, do you think you could keep your eye on that dancing dog for me?
Yes.
I think he's very, very good, and I think that he might even make you smile. So, you see that there? That is my dog. His name is Skip. And I'm going to tell you the secret word to make him dance. And then you can just keep an eye on him while he dances for you. Does that sound good? And he leans over and whispers, "Do a jig."
Do a jig? And Skip rears up on his hind legs and waggles his arms, drops back down, and then does it again.
Now, if anybody else that you see starts asking questions and coming back awake, all you need to do is just make sure they can see Skip as well and tell them that secret as well. Yeah? Awesome. Sounds wonderful. You're going to be just fine.
Lady Alice, am I away without leave?
Don't worry, dear. The matron will understand. And don't worry. I have to go and take care of something, but I'll be back very soon. And he's right. That little one will take very good care of you as long as you take very good care of him. And I'm certain that is something you can do.
Yes, Mum.
Good girl. Down. And then she's going to sort of like get up and then, we'll continue on the line, I'm sure. As she does, and as she passes by Edmund, she just goes, "Thank you."
That's all right. No problem at all. It gives the kids something to focus on.
Nathaniel's gonna gather everyone a little while away. And just, should we wake all of them? Should we?
All of London's children are here. We don't have time.
No, that's true.
Kristen is also just down the hall.
Yeah,
Like,
Tristan's
just not
carried on
waited.
walking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone else is catching up to Tristan. But Tristan, you arrive in a section of the caverns. For everyone else, the light has begun to fade as Tristan has headed forward, leaving you alone in darkness. You're able to follow the light. The red lantern, as you enter this more open cavern, picks out shimmering ripples of water. Shallow. The only way forward that you can see. And across from it, impossibly you think, because there is no such space in Chiselhurst Caverns, you can see pale white light drifting round the bend, cavern's other entrance, and greenery festooning the walls. As you step through the water, the others coming up behind you is cold and chilling. As you rise on the other side of the pool, you're stepping onto soft moss. You find yourself stepping into almost like a gorge. Thick moss and ivy covering the walls to either side. And bright moonlight cascading down from above, picking it all out in pale white and blue. Stood at the far end of this gorge, there is a tall man wearing a wide-brimmed hat. A ragged, time-worn cloak drapes around his broad shoulders, trailing down to the ground in many hues. You can see from within the cloak's folds the mouth of a flute is extended underneath the brim of the hat. He is tall, taller than any man you have ever seen, towering over even Nathaniel.
Does he have any reaction to my presence?
The hat moves because of the broad brim within light. You can't see anything beneath it. Merely, the indication is that he's turned to face you though.
Kristen waits just a moment, presumably for his allies to catch up with him.
You are not my debtors. Leave.
You've taken something that's not yours.
I am owed. Once that has been rectified, they will be returned.
No one is owed this.
How are you here? You are out of time.
And yet, how are you here?
I am timeless.
What is it that you think you owed?
Life for life.
Which life?
Constable O'Malley.
Why?
A life for a life. The one he called the Ripper is drowned. I led your vermin to the river, and so I have earned my pay.
He made this bargain with you?
He asked that someone would deal with the Ripper. He prayed for it. I answered.
Which one are you?
I am the Piper. I am the Rat Catcher. I am Plague Song and the Demon of the Night Winds.
Why haven't you taken?
Because it must be freely given.
Are any of these children freely given?
They are collateral, not payment. At this point, I will say everyone has thoroughly arrived on the cabin behind you. They're only a few paces behind.
How much of that did we hear?
I'll say you were able to hear. I think you were able to hear from the initial start of the, because it will have echoed down the passage towards you. You might not have been able to see all of it, but
I'm gonna say Edmund ducking down, talking to the kid, leaving Skip there, etc., etc., etc. I don't think Edmund would have been comfortable just leaving all of these kids behind. And I think it makes more sense for him to have stayed behind to at least try and keep an eye on the kids.
hey, if you think Edmund will have stayed behind,
I just don't. Genuinely, I don't think his character. I don't think he would have felt comfortable, because these kids, if they suddenly all wake up and there's nobody there, and there's going to be hundreds of these kids there, that's he can't consciously do that.
I understand. The rest of you have followed.
Mm-hmm.
The creature seemingly shifts under his cloak. The cloak of so many colours seems to shift, all of them resolving to green, taking on the patterns of dappled moonlight through leaves. As the cloak shifts back and falls down his shoulders, you can see under the hat bark-like skin. flute of bone carved from the sternum of the creature rises from its ribcage to a point near its mouth. It reaches and grasps it, and with the sound of snapping wood and bone, prizes it from its own chest. I will be paid my due, or I shall bring the horror I brought to Hanlon to London.
That is not how payment works.
Leave now while you can.
Do you know me, monster?
I do.
Then you know. Who's behind Tristan right now?
Alice, Oliviera, and Nathaniel.
I mean, who is closest behind him?
I'd say, I think based on the order of operations, it would be Nathaniel.
Probably.
He reaches back to Nathaniel with the lantern. As if
He's going to take it. And
with
hold
his
it
other
up
hand.
high, like
Yeah. With his other hand, he draws a knife from his boot. Then you know why that is not going to happen.
One of my kind spared you once. I will not be so generous. With that, I need everyone to roll me initiative.
Presumably, this does not include Edmund, who's currently chilling with Skip.
I would say I would like it to include Edmund because you will be able to hear what happens and I want to be able to respond as you wish.
Understood.
Then it will be Alice, Nathaniel, Oliviera. Okay. Edmund. First is you. You need to make me a perception notice roll.
I got one level of success rolling a 10.
Your shoulder blades relax as though something that was happening has stopped, but you aren't able to quite place it. And in the darkness around you, you hear the sounds of movement, but you aren't able to see because the lantern is gone.
Okay.
Next, it's unfortunately going to be the Piper, who is going to, with preternatural speed, rush at Tristan, swinging the flute like a sword.
Oh yeah.
Are you
Zero down.
parrying or dodging?
Tristan's gonna parry.
Okay.
Oh Christ.
That's roll of 20 for 5 levels of success and 23 damage for the Piper.
Nope.
As the force of this thing slams into Tristan and he is thrown from his feet, landing heavily on his back and rolling. He is going to keep his actions for defensive. That will bring us to Tristan.
Tristan slowly gets to his feet and then presses off with powerful speed of his own as he launches his own counterattack.
Okay. Make me your attack roll.
I'm going to drama point this. Or actually, no, I'm not, because fail. 0 success levels.
Oh, that's unfortunate. He's going to attempt to dodge it, so he really spent one of his defensive actions. Do you have any extra actions, remind me?
I
Are you going to
do.
use them, or are you going to keep them for the defensive?
I'm going to use it. So that's a -2 on this next one. So that's 4 levels of success.
He's going to attempt to dodge, but he will also be at a -2 because it's an attack action penalty. Same, and unfortunately, defender wins as you go to slash out with the poker, and he just brings the flute across and parries. He is an incredibly talented swordsman, it would seem. With that is Alice.
Okay. So, Alice kind of hesitates for a moment, but then she's then she's going to turn to Oliviera and Nathaniel and just say, "Tell no one." Then she's going to rush full on at the Piper. She's holding her parasol kind of like this, like that. And as she runs at him, she's going to reach down to the handle, twist it, and you hear a click. And she's going to draw a sword out of her parasol and slash at him with it. This is going to be drama pointed, incidentally.
Please go for it. He's going to attempt to parry. That is going to be
God, how many
-4.
parries does he have?
He is a very dexterous creature.
Okay, click that. Add 10.
Oh, 7 levels of success for 15 damage. Wait, that?
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, lovely.
So, like, as Tristan is engaging him, she's just going to, like, zoom in, weave around him, and just pull the sword and slice.
As you slice across his flesh, you see it slice into his bark-like skin. It doesn't do as much damage as you would have hoped, but he does seem to react to it as he hisses in pain. And you see strange green eyes, almost gleaming under the brim of this hat, look down to you. Steel will not be sufficient, child. And with that, anything else from Alice this turn?
No, she's holding on to her next action for defensive purposes.
That makes sense. Nathaniel.
Would it be safe to assume that Alice dropped the large metal rod that she got?
Yeah,
then?
she's not using that. This is what she's most comfortable with.
Okay. Then Nathaniel is going to set the lantern down so there's still light. He's also going to drop the shovel, the small fireplace shovel. He's going to run and grab for that instead. Circle around the Piper, and then try and grapple him from behind, using the iron pole to get more leverage on his body. Just hold him in place.
Okay, this is going to be a really powerful bonus, effectively, for people attacking the Piper. I'm going to say this is going to, as you pull it back and you immediately see, those of you in close contact with him see smoke rising from his skin as this iron presses into his flesh, and he just throws his head back and hisses. The hat drops, revealing a strange bark-like face, craggy and stone-like, weathered with seemingly the age of centuries, and glowing green eyes. That's going to place anyone attacking until he gets free, at least, at a +4.
Do I not need to roll anything for this?
I was going to say you need to make me a archaic weaponry plus dex roll.
+2?
+2 for ganging up. He's out of defensive actions though, so.
The iron fence pole, I added that just in case. +2. Can I
just have
drama
to
point
not
this?
fail.
Can I drama point this just because?
You just need to not fail, so you
Oh,
might as well
okay.
drama point it after the fact, because he's out of action.
That is fair. I don't.
Yeah.
I don't.
On 4 levels of success, you don't need to. You don't do damage, because
Yeah.
you are just holding him in place,
Mhm.
but you have effectively made him vulnerable to attackers. With that, it is Oliviera.
How much is everyone grouped at this point?
Nathaniel is behind him, holding him with the pole. Alice is to one side and Tristan is to the other. So they're all around him in base contact.
Right, okay. I would like to rush forward with my fire fork, essentially. And I'd like to try and slash him across one leg. Just try and bring his height down a little bit.
You are going to be at a +7 bonus because of ganging up combined with the restraint.
Okay,
that Nathaniel is
so I
providing.
have my maneuver rating of 5, I have my base damage of 6, so if I were to click this now,
You would add 7 as your modifier.
I add 7 as my modifier. Okay. 7. And go. It's 5 levels of success. That is an 18, that is damage of 11.
Plunge this fork into his chest, and as you do, gouts.
Oh, sorry,
of
leg, if that's alright.
leg. As you do, gouts of blue-white fire erupt from the wound, and he throws his head back in a hissing roar of pain.
Does he drop at all?
He does not. He is very, very tall and very, very strong, but he does. You have hurt his leg, certainly.
Okay, I just want to know if I can get to a point where I can talk to him, basically.
You can say something, certainly, but he's not.
Oliviera kind of growls out, "There is no such thing as collateral," as she does this.
At
And
that
that's
point,
my turn.
we're going to get back to the top of the round with Edmund. Edmund, in the dark around you, you hear sounds of children stirring and beginning to ask where they are.
Okay. Edmund is going to simply kind of go, "Okay, kids, you're all okay. Just all to do, just follow my voice. We're just gonna head out. We're in a cave. Don't worry about how we got here. Just gonna follow. We're just gonna follow the sound. I've got my dog with me, who's gonna help us get out of here. Say hello, Skip." Excellent. Just follow my voice, and all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna keep talking at you. In fact, I tell you what, just follow this song. His name is Skip, and he's wandering around a cave with us, helping us get outside. He's gonna save us. And he's just gonna sing as he kind of tries to guide the kids out of the cave, doing an anti-Pied Piper, if you will.
Okay. As you lead the children to safety, we're going to get back to the Piper, who is. Oh,
Instant action.
okay. You're using a drama point to use instant action, meaning you get to act immediately in the turn order.
Yes. Seeing what's happened with Oliviera, Tristan leaps forward and he's going to drop. He grabs the poker with both hands and drives it into the creature's, aiming at its heart, basically.
Please make me your attack roll. He's going to attempt to dodge. You're only +7.
I'm going to draw. Can I drama point an instant action? I forget.
I mean, you can. It's going to be 2 drama points.
No, fine. We'll just go with the +7.
Wouldn't it be a plus
If you
8
must.
now because there's
Oh, it's +8 now because of the era. Yeah,
So it's 22, which does 22 bring it up to 7? No.
No,
But that's
it
6 levels of success with a damage of 15.
With a damage of 15, you plunge this into his chest, and the roar of agony that escaped from him is earth-shattering. He is Immediately, a gout of white fire hisses around the poker, around your hands. He does not fall. However, you have wounded him. You do have another action.
I forget. Has any of the other iron objects dropped around us?
I dropped the shovel.
Alice dropped her staff.
Alice dropped the staff.
That was picked up by. That's the one that's currently restrained.
okay.
Okay. Right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Would you let me, if I'm Tristan, just basically still holding on to the poker, just push it in and up?
I will let you make an attack roll to do that. Certainly, he's going to attempt to parry.
I am going to drama point this one.
Okay.
So that's a roll of 31 for, I believe that's actually 10 levels of success.
Oh my gosh.
Because the system stops.
That is 10 levels of success, meaning it would be 19 points of damage, which you are aiming to kill this creature, correct?
Yes.
As you twist and shift this poker up into his chest, you see the green eyes stare into yours with a look of primordial fear. As yours gleaming a soft pale blue crack. I will not be the... And at that point, the fire erupts from within his throat, taking his last words, and the creature burns to ash around the poker. And drops to the ground inert.
Tristan kneels down and takes the poker. Can I do a little bit of artistic license, which is when he said, "My kind will not forget," he leaned forward and very quietly said, "Good."
The extent of your injuries hits you.
Christ.
Oh dear.
I'd like to heal this man, please.
Yes, please. I'm quite scathed.
I should be
How many
healing this
hit
man.
points do you have left at this point?
He's taken, he has 39, he's taken 21, he's at about half.
Yeah. Can you make a intelligence doctor roll, please, Oliviera?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Sure can.
I would like to not do that again, ever.
Intelligence. Sorry, apologies. Whenever I go off my character sheet, it glitches and reloads and takes a while. So, if anyone wants to roleplay in the meantime, please feel free.
There is a quick thing. While they're doing that, you said that he crumbled into ash. Is the flute left?
No, it crumbled along with the rest of him.
Okay, good.
Intelligence doctor, right?
Intelligence doctor, please.
Cool. That's 3 levels of success on a 13.
And with your advanced doctor's bag that you have created in between sessions,
I have.
that means you can restore 9 hit points.
Ooh.
There is very severe bruising, and you suspect at least a couple of his ribs are cracked, so you bandage him appropriately to keep them still.
Yeah.
Put
on whatever the equivalent of witch hazel is.
Give him something for the pain.
Yeah.
But
Do I still have the
recover.
sight at this point? Sorry, are we still glowy?
I'll say that the sight could have continued. It's only as you actually look up to peruse the space around you that you realise you are just in an underground cavern. The only light now is coming from the lantern.
Okay. If there was a moment before that when I still had the sight, when I heal Tristan, I would like to make sure that he sees that my eyes are doing what my eyes do. I would like to remove the glasses.
Tristan, as you're looking up at Oliviera, you see that the red lantern light is catching on the back of her retinas and being reflected, not unlike the manner in which a cat's eyes catch the light and reflect it in the darkness.
As that happens, I think Tristan very slowly and gently reaches for her wrist as she's bandaging something up, almost as a way of recognition, and his own eyes flash very briefly that pale gray blue.
It's kind of a nod of acknowledgement.
Do you have something stronger for the pain? Or liquor? Can I have liquor with this?
I think I probably have some kind of alcohol, and I don't know if it's just like...
You probably
rubbing
have some
alcohol.
like grain alcohol that's used for like disinfecting wounds. It's foul, but yes.
Hand it to him.
We went to college. I've drunk worse. Oh.
I was going to suggest smelling it, but okay.
Oh.
Takes back the rest of the bottle, puts it away.
Oh. I instantly regret my every life choice.
You did
Cecily,
well.
is Cecily okay?
Meanwhile,
I think we should go check on them.
Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Meanwhile, it is very difficult corralling the children in the dark. I'm going to need an intelligence roll in order to find your way back out of the caves based on where you have gone in through.
Okay, is it just a flat intelligence score?
Just flat intelligence. Just intelligence double, so you just click on intelligence.
Okay, I am going to posit. If you forgive me, I'm going to posit I get a modifier because I've got Skip with me.
Yeah, that's reasonable. I'll give you a +2 for Skip.
Good, because
It's like the world's most sinister, chaotic school trip.
I am not the brightest of the buttons. Oh no, that one. That's the one I want.
Like, come on, children, we're leaving the cave now.
Oh yes, 5 level success on an 80.
Yes.
On 5 levels of success, by working with some of the older children, you are able to effectively get all of them holding hands and leading each other out of the caves. So that once the rest of you actually sort of start arriving towards the entrance, you see coming up in the rear is Skip, who's still dancing periodically, with Erin stood next to him, and very, very long lines of children just holding hands and slowly shifting the way out of the caves.
If I can...
Yeah, please do.
The other thing you hear in what is presumably reassuring to the children, but to as you're coming out will sound nothing but haunting, is the kids all singing Oranges and Lemons, the nursery rhyme, purely so that they have something to do, because that's all Edmund can think of to get them to not think about the fact that they're in a deep, dark cave and they need something to distract them with.
I am unfamiliar. I do not believe that is an American thing.
Same.
I see. Oranges and lemons, say the bells of St. Clement's. It is a nursery rhyme that you sing, and it's basically the syncopation of the words is meant to be representative of the bell ringings of various different churches and cathedrals. It was very, very famous in Victorian London. It was also very famous during my childhood. Those things are two unrelated dates. To be
So he
abundantly
says.
clear. To be abundantly clear.
Yes, Anusha?
What kind of role would be necessary if I were wanting to draw on any knowledge I may possess of this creature that we've just annihilated?
I mean, you can make an intelligence occultism roll, but
Cool.
again,
May I? That's all right.
Yeah, I will point out the most elucidating experience of your life has just been seeing it. But yes, absolutely, you can connect some dots potentially by making
I
that
just
roll.
want to see if there's anything I can drag up. Right, 4 levels of success, 15.
The way it reacted to cold iron definitely indicated it was a Fae, and it definitely aligned with the Pied Piper. The fact that it was seemingly bark-like in its construction does not align with some of the more modern conceptions of Fae. It felt more primordial. It felt like something more of the land. Some of the things it said regarding Plague Song makes it seem like it was something far older. On 4 levels of success, you would always also recognize the term Demon of the Night Winds is not a British reference. That is something from further afield. That is something more ancient.
Okay.
Though of what you are not entirely certain, you have vague recollections of it meaning something relatively Middle Eastern, but rather West Asian, but can't put that together yourself at this point.
Sure. I'm assuming this may be something that I've picked up reading various books in
Certainly.
order to enrich contrasting views, shall we say, to my own very, very practical and secular outlook.
I think you may have read some things in like old fairy tales or mythology books.
Yeah. Particularly because I'm dealing with alchemy and stuff like that, maybe around there. As I leave, because in spite of what this creature has done, it did fulfill a promise. And it did supposedly draw something out of London that was plaguing the city. I would like... Is there like a pile of ash, you said?
There was left behind in the cavern, yes.
Okay, in a kind of semi-symbolic gesture towards something she's not quite aware of, Oliviera will leave a coin on top of this pile of ash and say a quick thank you before she leaves.
Okay.
But that is the only payment she's willing to give.
Understood. Moving to the others. Edmund, you, in short order, are stood outside of these caves. The fog is gone completely, with hundreds and thousands of small children in their night clothes in the cold countryside in the dead of night. As the others exit the cave, is there anyone you're looking for? Is there anything you're seeking?
Can I kind of, again, a bit of artistic license here. We haven't just stayed at the mouth of the cave. Obviously, we need to make our way to help. And so, in a small house near these caves, a man sits wondering what on earth someone could possibly have wanted with his poker set. There's a knock at his door. He rises to go to the door and opens it onto a view of a disheveled man, his dog, and literally hundreds of children. I don't suppose you have any blankets, do you? I'll rescind license there.
In short order, every hearth, blanket, teapot in the entirety of the village of Chislehurst is put to work warming these children as word is got to London of the miracle rescue of the capital's children.
Well, if any need healing, I'd like to go around and do what I can.
You can check and help those who need it.
Yeah.
I would like to make sure that Skip is able to find young Cooper.
Skip is able to find young Cooper and, in short order, his two siblings, who huddle together, waiting to be reunited with
Excellent.
their father and sister.
Excellent.
I'm going to cut.
One last piece, canon. From this point forward, the only people that Skip will do his dance for, because he's sick of that. But the only children, the only time he will respond to that command is when it's either from the young girl who was one of Alice's and the Cooper children. That's the only people he will do his dance for.
Nick?
Just as point of order, after I assume the police are coming at some point. But before they get here, Alice is going to sort of like, well, not gather, but like be near the cluster and just clap and be like, "Your attention, please. Would all of the young ladies from Mrs. Radcliffe's finishing school please gather here? I will be returning you back to the school." And she's just going to, like, keep calling out until all of the girls are gathered with her.
In short order, a small 2 columns of young ladies gather, almost regimented, in preparation to follow you back to London.
Well, I'm sure the matron will be relieved to see us.
Can I interject really quickly there? I have something to add specifically to this. While you're waiting for all your young maidens to arrive, Nathaniel would stand next to you and say, "No business or trade should be using children as collateral, don't you think?" And give you a very pointed look.
No child is collateral. Their talents are being refined so that they may be the best young ladies that they can be.
Is that what you're telling me, or is that what you've been told your whole life?
So Alice was smiling at him, just sort of a... But at this, she just sort of... It is the truth. Nothing less. Good evening, Deacon.
Good evening.
And as she's sort of like bringing them back, she stops sort of like at Dr. Rice and just goes, "If you want to find me at the school, do not come directly there. A street away. Make sure you are not seen."
Which street? Which side?
The side closest to the door.
There's a small pocket park nearby.
Yeah. If you have need of me, then you can meet me there.
Any particular time convenient for you?
If there has been an incident, then I am certain I will have heard of it. Around noonish should be fine. And I cannot stress this enough. Do not be seen. She will not be happy if she learns that we are still in contact.
Won't she?
She prefers
Maybe
us
I
to
do
be...
not wish to make her happy. But I understand that your safety is a concern here, and so first I shall do no harm to you.
Thank you. And one last thing. I understand that it is not your wish to make her happy. But it is mine.
I know. Make sure it is not to your own detriment. That is all. There is a fine line between service and respect and something far, far more questionable. Do not be taken advantage of, Alice. Please. And
Your concern is appreciated, Doctor. Unfortunately, and she sort of lowers her voice and leans in a bit, that distinction does not exist for me.
Oliviera would like to see if the mark is still present on Alice's face.
I mean, it's been a month. I'm pretty sure it would be
No,
on.
that was a slap. It will have long
But
faded.
she would like Alice to see her eyes go to that point where it was, to check, and then move back just to make eye contact again and go, as you wish.
Tristan, you were able, passing through the milling crowds of children, to find Cecily. You notice, perhaps to your small pride, that at some point on the way out of the caves and into the surrounding countryside, she managed to have grabbed a small stick, about the length of a small sword, and is grasping it white-knuckled.
Oh, you are learning. But you can put it away for now, Cecily.
Master Tristan.
He scoops her up as close as he can without actually picking her up because he probably cannot bend at the waist at this point. Are you okay, my darling?
Cold? But yes, I'm fine. Where are we? This is... I recognize that church. This isn't far from home.
No, not at all, which is all the better because it means that before too much longer you will be back warm and safe in your bed, and your mother will dote on you, I'm sure, for days. So if I were you, I would begin composing your mental list of all the things that you wish to extract from her good graces, but perhaps starting with a pay raise for your beloved tutor. But is there anything that you remember, Cecily?
I think I had a dream. I remember being cold and music.
The nice part about dreams, Cecily, is that the ones that upset us are also the ones that we can let fade away.
Yes, Master Tristan.
Good girl. Now, I do believe that it is incumbent upon us to wait for the constabulary, after which I will be taking you home forthwith. Then I shall be sleeping for the next... I don't know. However many days before your mother and or father rouse me from what I promise is going to be a wonderful stupor.
Whatever you say, Master Tristan.
Good girl. Go play with the dog.
The police arrive, as do hundreds and then thousands of Londoners, to gather and return children back to their proper homes. Anisha?
At some point during this, can Oliviera find the time to draw Tristan aside for a conversation?
Certainly.
If that's something you also
Is this before everyone goes their separate ways?
Yeah.
Okay. Sure, certainly. Go ahead.
I think it would be. Tristan? A word?
Just the one, I hope?
Not many more.
I shall be counting them.
Creature recognized you. You recognized it. It was not of our understanding. It functioned very differently, didn't it? How close are you to that?
You're asking me questions that I have no answer to.
You've encountered it before? It said it saved one of your kind.
I don't know what's happening with me, Oliviera. I don't know. And
it is enough to acknowledge that something is. And
are we to
knowing
both
the
acknowledge
exchange
that?
knowing the exchange that happened before, Oliviera kind of very meaningfully looks at him and goes,
I'm not telling a soul.
neither am I.
Let's talk again when I have ribs that work.
I'm doing my best, tutor.
And I am grateful for it.
And yeah, she leaves it there. She marches off to try and find a policeman and be efficient, I suppose.
Police arrive. Parents arrive. London arrives. And over the course of hours and then days, children are found, their homes, their families. All across London, families are reunited. And all of them tell stories of the 5 who saved them. The singing man and his dog, the wounded tutor, the tall and stern-looking deacon, the beautiful lady with the red umbrella, and the dark-haired, spectacled doctor. Whether anyone actually ever identifies you, you're never quite certain. But certainly, the urban legend spreads, as does the tabloid newspapers. In the coming days, once everyone is reunited, Tristan has time to recover the Yates estate. His ribs healing. And he begins to teach Cecily more of the various arts and skills that her parents wish him to instill in her, along with a singular confidence and ability to deal with unexpected and unanticipated situations. Skip continues to dance as Edmund continues to sing to him. And in a twist that Edmund never really saw coming, more people around Whitechapel smile whenever they see him. Caps are doffed. And he suddenly finds himself getting free treats, cuts of meat, and more appreciation from the local community. He's so quietly served for so long, but never been quite so well sung for it. The pews are more full than they used to be, and the deacon may be no small part of that. But perhaps the thing that matters the most to Nathaniel is when, knocking on the door of the church, with a small wicker basket, between his various duties, Catherine Sato brings round a small tea service and sits and talks Nathaniel about nothing for an hour or two. Not mentioning the tension that bloomed between them for a moment, but reaffirming the trust. Alice is once again in well-appointed rooms. Again, restored to the station that she had before. But the thing that's different, when a cry of pain echoes through the halls of Madame Radcliffe's finishing school for fine young ladies. She no longer finds it so easy to turn a deaf ear as the words of a doctor and a deacon echo in her ears. Dr. Rice treats many patients, finding more and more ways to help the people of Whitechapel. More and more of those faces are familiar. One patient in particular, she begins to help with some of the ongoing issues resulting from her childhood bout of meningitis. Though now Edith no longer is in the workhouse, as the 5th Cooper child takes her place in her new home with her new family. And it is perhaps understandable, with all of that fame, infamy, building up for our 5 adventurers, that each of you receive a letter inviting you to a meeting at an old disused matchbox factory not so far away in Whitechapel. But we'll pick that up next time in episode 7 of Lanterns of London. Wonderful, everyone. Good night.
Bye.
Night.
Toodaloo.
Good night.